Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? GTV back with another video. I know the lights on in the background, it kind of fucks up the look of the studio, but I was kind of freaking out and if you didn't see my last video. So, we have the weekly track roundup, rundown, roundup, whatever I called it in the fucking title. I always mix that shit up. Going through the tracks. Sorry, my ear is like itching like fucking crazy. I don't know what's happening there. It's kind of disgusting. I don't know why I did that on video, but I listened to about 2 hours and 20 minutes of new music this weekend, if that. So that's still a lot. I mean, obviously, Roddy Ricch dropped an album. Brockhampton dropped 2 albums, and the Roddy Ricch video should be out tonight. I'm not sure how committed I am to going through and editing that shit, but fuck, man. I am exhausted. I've been busting out videos for a decent amount of time now. I'm just trying to kind of get shit done here. So, let's just get through it. Let's get to it. Down in Atlanta for Pharrell Williams and Travis Scott, pretty much in the main event of the week. Biggest drop. Obviously, this track has been leaked for a minute. Not all that impressive. It's a cool sound. It fits more Pharrell Williams sound than it ever will Travis Scott's. I don't think Travis Scott has ever sounded like this on a track. He's definitely sung before, but this was strange to say the least. But it is what it is. It was interesting. Obviously, Pharrell Williams putting a spin, kind of taking Travis Scott's voice and seeing what he can do with it. It's cool. I don't think it's going to be a single for Travis Scott's album. Who knows when Utopia is coming out? Obviously, the hype is building for that. But not really. I think we're kind of in a standstill because other rappers and stuff are announcing that they're dropping albums soon. And one of them we're actually going to talk about today. Why does my hair look so greasy? I literally took a shower this morning. Shout out to Yeet, Twizzy Rich shirt on right now. Sorry. I'm just like fucking unloading a freestyle cannon. Destroy Lonely dropped a deluxe to a pretty good album in no style. It's easily a top 50 album of the year to me. I will definitely be putting that on my top 50 album of the year list. I don't know how high I'm going to rank it, whatever, but none of these tracks were amazing. There's some cool stuff. He dropped some visuals for it, but I've said this before in these weekly track roundups. I'm pretty much just like announcing who dropped this week and maybe giving a little bit about it. There's not much to these videos. It's just kind of letting you guys know some of the big shit. So if you want to go back and kind of look through the archives and kind of look through who dropped and what week, there were some decent tracks. Obviously, nothing sounded bad. Nothing made me stop and be like, what the hell is Destroy Lonely doing? But voice crack, fuck. That sounded like an automated voice crack robot. I don't know what the hell happened there. Yeah, Destroy Lonely dropped a deluxe a little bit after Ken Carson did, so it seems like Opium has an agenda and they're sticking to it. They have a schedule, man. They're determined to be one of the best labels in the game, and they're starting to stack up there. Obviously Homicide Gang's getting some pretty big interviews. I saw. Playboy Cardi is kind of the elephant in the room, as he was planning on dropping this music album. He was planning on dropping Narcissist. There's stuff in the works for him, and he hasn't dropped, so it's interesting. Don Toliver dropped apparently a single for his upcoming album Lovesick. Do It Right. Not a bad record. I think Don Toliver fits really well with this sound. It's just that I don't know if I like this song that much. I mean, Travis Scott posted himself on his... He posted on his fucking Instagram story. Yes, one of my favorites on the record. And if that's saying something, then I don't know if Lovesick's going to be that good. I'm still going to be doing a edited album reaction, and have your noti bell on for the channel because of course I always do this stuff. So yeah, I always do the I can't find words right now. I'm sorry guys. Pardon me, I'm literally fucking tired of shit trying to get through these videos. I still have to fucking watch Better Call Saul, post to TikTok, fucking edit my Roddy Ricch video. My god. I have a lot on my plate. It is what it is. I'm a content creator. I'm consistent. I try to touch all my platforms, so that's cool. Any way I can. But Don Toliver, Do It Right, not bad. Heard it on TikTok a couple of times, and I just listened to... By the way, I just listened to these on stream tonight. I don't know if the VOD's going to be up because of copyright, but yeah. Burn Everything is a song from Sean Leon. I think I've heard of this guy before, but he had Kanye on it, who goes by the name of Ye now on this feature, which is interesting because you look at Kanye West's artist page and he still goes by Kanye West, which is interesting. This song's cool. It goes in I'm going to say interesting 50 times. It goes in a cool direction, something I wouldn't expect. It kind of reminds me, I mean, Keep It Burning from Future's album. It's kind of like a mix of like the soulful, revolutionary music with like the rap, of course. I don't think Kanye did that much on here that impressed me, but it's cool to see Kanye back on a track after everything that's kind of happened to him over the last couple of months. Key Glock dropped a pretty solid EP. I don't really have any tracks that I'm like replaying or anything, but it's cool. I might go back and re-listen to it. Shout out to Key Glock. And speaking of Key Glock, his boy Young Dolph, also his estate, obviously, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Everything is dropping through the estate. So his estate dropped a brand new single, Get Away. This was a really good track. I mean, I think it's better than anything Key Glock dropped on his EP. I listened to Key Glock's record and I was like, okay, this is good. And then out of nowhere, Young Dolph came on. I was like, oh shit, Young Dolph was on some crazy shit. He was going crazy in the studio, before he passed, unfortunately. Yeah, man. It's a good song. I might re-listen to it again. Who knows? But yeah. That kind of sucks to say that because normally I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll re-listen to it. But with today's music, everything's just kind of watered down. I don't know. It's weird. Babyface Ray, Blast, and I don't know who Nyjah is, but they dropped a track together, Spend It. Actually, not a bad track. Babyface Ray kind of having his vintage flows on this one. Actually, not bad. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have anything to say about some of this shit. Busta Rhymes dropped an EP. Of course, the legendary rapper Busta Rhymes. He had Swizz Beatz on this damn thing, a single with Big Daddy Kane and Conway the Machine. But other than that, he had Skillabang and Capella Gray. Those aren't bad features, I guess. So, pretty terrible songs, though. Like in terms of the actual material we got out of this record, pretty bad songs. I'm not a big fan of the songs, okay? I'm just going to put that out for you right now. I would not listen to this project if you have other shit to do. I just wanted to listen to it because, of course, I was on stream, and it's fucking Busta Rhymes. Like, obviously, legend. I have a lot of love for some of his prior projects, of course. Rocco and Vori dropped a song. Nothing too impressive. Obviously, Vori showing the talent in his voice. He continues to do that. Moray dropped a song, Broken Vows. Very creepy shit. I mean, the fucking instrumental reminded me of Jeffrey Dahmer, like the Dahmer monster, with the Jeffrey Dahmer story, whatever the fuck that shit was called on Netflix. I actually reviewed that on the channel, so if you guys want to go back and kind of look at that, you guys can. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's that. I don't really have anything to say about that track. Rod Wave. I mean, Rod Wave dropped a pretty dope EP here. I mean, obviously, I've had some weird biases with Rod Wave in the past. I listened to his deluxe on this channel, and I actually recorded that. It was up on the channel. I don't know how far back that was. That was like literally freshman year when we were fucking crammed into a dorm room, a two-person dorm room. Now I have my own room, thank goodness. Like, looking back on those videos, it's kind of crazy. Like, it gives me fucking PTSD. Like, that shit was like we were living in a fucking prison. And school is fucking prison in itself. So, I don't know if I even needed that, but obviously, this album, though, man, I dig it. He had a show in St. Louis not too long ago. I saw a lot of people going to it. I was like, he's not really that good. But then I listened to this EP and I was like, okay, it's kind of making me want to go listen to his other album, his Beautiful Pain album. Is that what it's called? So, Jupiter's Diary 7-Day Theory was the name of this EP, but Beautiful Mind, not Beautiful Pain. We're not going that far with the pain shit. We're not going to call an album Beautiful Pain. It's not fucking beautiful. And he makes it clear in these depressing ass songs, but they still sound good. He's a talented guy. You got to kind of listen to him a bunch of times to see the talent of Rod Wave, but he hits. West Side Boogie dropped a song Rhapsody off of his deluxe album. Not much to say. Obviously, shout out to West Side Boogie. He's getting some pretty big traction. He worked with Eminem. He's worked with J. Cole, I think. Just go look in his discography. He's worked with people. He's gaining traction. He's signed to a pretty big label. I don't think it's Aftermath. Lizzo remix with Moonwalker and Kevin Gates. Obviously, the only reason I listened to this was because Kevin Gates was on the track, and it was pretty fucking garbage. All right, I'm gonna be honest, not good. I think I'm gonna release the Roddy Ricch song tomorrow. Or fucking review tomorrow. I just, man, I'm exhausted. I feel like shit. I'll barely get through this damn Better Call Saul episode, honestly. But this track, this Lizzo remix, too sexual. Moonwalker's delivery is fucking trash. Do not listen to this track. It's not a good track. 21 Lil Harold dropped a song called Damn with G Herbo. Shout out to G Herbo. He's been on a pretty decent feature run this year. Even dropped Survivor's Remorse, so that's cool. But not much on this track. It sounded cool in the moment. I just don't have any comments for it. Peasy, Jeezy, Real Boston Richie, who's making some names, and Rob49, they all linked up together for 2 million up. Not a bad track. I don't have anything to say about it. Lawsy, the upcoming artist, drops a brand new album? Sex and B Volume 1? Is this an album? Is this an EP? Is this like a mini project? I'm not sure what he was going for with this. But, shout out to Lawsy. He's been doing a lot in this scene. The Sex and B, this kind of... I love the beat choices. I love his melodies. I love what he can do with his vocals. Obviously, their vocal effects, but... Babytron was on here, and that was easily the best song. I haven't heard Babytron, like, rap on this smooth of a beat, so that was a cool, refreshing, kind of new sound for the Detroit rapper there. But other than that, I don't have much to say about it. It was a cool listen. It was probably one of my favorite listens of the week. I don't have anything to say about Dave East. Dave East dropped a Gangsta Grillz album. I listened to it. I was like, okay, whatever. He sounds like fucking Busta Rhymes. It's cool. He was a 2016 XXL freshman. I was actually debating this on stream. Is he 2016? Was he 2015? I don't remember. He's actually pretty new artist. But he raps like a fucking old head. So you would think he started in like 2010. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, man. We'll have to go see Dave East. How long has this man been rapping for? He looks like a fucking old head. He raps like one, too. Oh, yep, he is an old head. What am I talking about? Okay, I'm a casual. It's fine, though. It's fine. Autumn dropped You're Better Than Him, Hate It. It's obviously one of his most hyped up, unreleased tracks in his early career. This song's fire. I'm gonna have to re-listen to this multiple times. He dropped Golden Child 3. I listened to that mixtape for quite some time. Autumn's been going crazy lately. You guys are probably sleeping on this man. He's an underground artist. I feel like a lot of people should know who Autumn is, but I guess nobody does. I don't know. I know some of my friends don't, but I'm like a music geek. I listen to all sorts of fucking music, so it is what it is. This was a good track. The melodies stuck in my head. I'm thinking about them now. I'm like tempted to sing them, but I'm not going to. You hate it. Arguing over the phone. I'm just playing. It's a good song. It's one of my favorites of the week. Probably my favorite song of the week, but I don't really have much to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Sorry if this wasn't much. I'm kind of tired. I got to get the fuck out of here and go watch some Better Call Saul. Roger Rich video will be out tomorrow. I need to kind of not fucking like burn my engine out, my brain engine, if that makes sense. But yeah, have a good rest of your guys' night. I will see you guys tomorrow for a decent amount of videos. So